Broadcast live.
Yo, we out here with Patrick.
How you doing?
Doing the damn thing.
Chilling.
Hey man, finally we here.
Yeah.
The first time I spoke to you was when I met you. Was the first time it was maybe like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy, and you've literally become this dude. For me, you literally like one of the most like diverse artists of your generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Firstly, where do your influences stem from?
I grew up on gangster rap, like gangster rap and rock music. My mom was the one buying me all the rock albums. My cousin was the one giving me all the gangster rap albums. And yeah, that's just how I just blended my style together. I was listening to like Jesus Walks and I didn't even know it was Jesus Walks. I didn't know who Kanye West was. I didn't know Jay-Z or Nas. I didn't know who I was listening to. I just know that these guys were just saying the most real shit that I was hearing. And I was like, I want to say this shit too. You know what I'm saying?
That's
crazy. Am I allowed to swear? Sorry.
Yeah, of course, man. This is a fucking family show. So with that, obviously, like that literally like makes you put in the different things. When do you get in the booth though first, and kind of like, and what's the first thing you do when you get on the booth?
See, I created this thing in my head that like I'm the best artist on the planet. That's the mindset that I create for myself. So whenever I go inside the studio, I'm like, I gotta body the best rapper on the planet. And that if I think that's me, then I gotta body myself on every song. That's how I keep my energy going, is that I just keep on like, I look at myself, I separate myself from myself. I'm like, fuck that guy, I need to body him right now. I feel like I'm in a rap battle with the universe, you know what I'm saying? And it's an epic battle, so when I get in the studio, I just try to put my energy on. I just want people to like, understand like, or kind of like grasp like my energy and as a person, and like see how much I back myself on a song. I want people to listen to that shit and then start backing themselves too,
But I mean, the first time you got in a booth though, and you just started, well, not even a booth, just the first time you recorded, what was the beat? What did you do the first time?
The first time,
what did you think of it after you heard it?
The first time I recorded, I remember this time I was in grade 8 actually. I had this, my dad bought me this like pipe microphone. It was meant for like a web chat or something like that. And I had Audacity and Fruity Loops 3. I had no knowledge on how to make beats, so I just slapped on like some whack ass 808, some hats, like probably like my reference was probably like a Lil Wayne song or something like that. I think the song was called Hit It Like Me or some shit like that. But I thought it was the best shit on the planet. Like I went to school, I'm like, yo, I just recorded my first track. This shit is the shit. Obviously it was trash though. But like for me, I thought it was the best shit ever, I've always thought that every single song I made is the best shit ever.
So you might just have some trash right now, like that, and you'll be like, that's the best shit ever.
That's the best shit ever. I mean, because like, how else are you gonna like have the motivation to go forward if you think your shit is trash? You know what I'm saying?
Now, once you've done that, right, so you're in grade 8 now, you said grade 8, right? You're in grade 8, you've done this joint, you think it's the shit, you keep on doing more songs, right? When do you start going outside your clique, your people? People need to hear this, and I think I need to put it on the internet. When does that happen?
So like after I made that song, I think I did about like 8 or 10 like tapes just throughout my high school career, because I was like a loner kid, didn't really have too many friends, so I had a lot of time just to focus on my music. So I was like doing like, I made like a rock album, gangster rap album, this type of soft album, love album, whatever. I did everything. And then
still on that mic?
Still on that mic. And still on Fruity Loops 3 as all the new versions is coming out and shit. And I wasn't putting anything out at all. Like I didn't really have the confidence to put that shit out. I think I only started putting out music probably when I left matric. When I matriculated, is probably when I started putting out my first song. And I was just like amongst my friends. So it's like, I dropped this song. We on BBM, yo, can you guys just like send a broadcast or send something like that? Let's see what it does, And then that's just how it started for me.
So basically, shit, you were distributed by BBM at the time.
Broadcast messages, pretty girls can sell anything, bro.
But a loner, you had pretty girls to distribute.
Yeah, because you see, since I was a loner and everybody else was out there getting girls, I was like, damn, I ain't getting no girls, so I had a lot of time to like practice up on my game and shit like that. I wasn't confident at all. I wasn't like the person that you see now in high school. In high school, I was the kid that I'm trying to inspire.
Yeah.
That's the person that I was in high school. I was like taking shit from everybody, getting bullied and shit like that. And like shit at home wasn't good either. Between my parents, shit wasn't Gucci. So for me, life was just like really fucking tough. And I don't even get into detail towards the problems and shit that I've experienced because I have so much respect for my parents, and I know they're gonna see the shit when it comes out. But they also gotta have respect for me and let me know that, and they should know that I'm still gonna say the shit that I need to say in my songs. You know, people would get a proper explanation if they listen to the music. You know.
So yeah, so the songs basically are the window.
The songs are the window, yeah.
We need to look through the story. It's also a way to sell the product.
Yeah.
So you start then getting this stuff, pushing this stuff, BBM, broadcasting, and what is the feedback from all the people who are broadcasting from you? Not just the girls, but like people who are hearing you. When is the one time when you're literally randomly walking and someone you don't expect goes, I know that shit, or recite something from you?
I think that's probably after I dropped Phone Erotica with Jay.
Okay.
Yeah, when I dropped Phone Erotica with Jay, that's when people started like paying attention. But I was like in a group with my homies who I'm still very close with. We just broke up the group because I wanted all of us to have our own individual, our own individual parts. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was the song with Jay. After that, traction started picking up for me. And
around how far is this from BBM time to then?
How far is this from I think it's probably like 2 years because I still went to college. Because basically, so my dad was like, all right, he'll let me focus on music if I matriculate, because I was shit as well. I was horrible. I wasn't trying to concentrate on that shit for nothing. I already knew my whole life that I wanted to be a musician. I feel like when I came in and incarnated in this body, I knew like, all right, this is what it is. So when I leave matric and he's like, nah, you gotta go to college, I'm like, what? So I was like, all right, bro, I'll go to college, and just in order for them to like fund my life, you know what I'm saying? But it reached a point, like 2 years after, it reached a point where I was like, am I gonna put all my energy into this, or am I gonna put all my energy into my music career? And it's only when I like dropped out of college, that's when I was like, all right, fuck it, let's go. Yeah, I just went ham with it.
What were you studying in college?
I was studying graphic design. Easiest thing to pass. You don't need someone to teach you art.
I mean, if you got it, you got it.
If you got it, you got it, yeah.
So, okay, cool. So from then on, 2 years down, you say, fuck this shit. You out, and you collaborate with Jay, you drop your joint. I'm sure you've done a couple of other things during those 2 years. When do you start seeing that, like, okay, cool, you know, there's levels in this industry of there is the art success, which is super mainstream. There's X success, which is okay, you're doing alright, and there's social media success. When do you start seeing those tiers, or do you do this without you knowing that this is gonna literally become a monster of its own?
I guess in a sense I am aware of it and unaware of it. I like to stay unaware of it because that's what kind of keeps the magic going. You know what I'm saying? When you stay unaware and oblivious to certain things. But I understand like there are different levels in the industry. There's different ways to measure your success. Especially here in Africa, we have a totally different way of measuring our success. So it's obvious if I want to play the game, I got to go up that ladder, right? You know? For real. So it's like for a long time I really wasn't trying to go up that ladder. But now, like, especially this year, because last year I was dealing with a lot of like emotional shit that just kind of kept me the same person for a very long time. It kept me the same person for a very long time, and I really wasn't trying to tackle that shit. But this year I got my head on straight. I'm looking at the ladder now, and I'm like, it's time to climb this shit.
Yeah. Is it encouraging though, just to see more of? There's a lot of young guys that like mention you. I mean, do you, and who literally like are doing things, and when they talk about the high school life, you like one of the dudes that they always talk about. Have you heard that type of big ups from a lot of the kids?
Yeah. You're
like an OG in your space.
Yeah. Like I feel it. I feel the love from the kids. Like, it's amazing because for me, like, I didn't have no confidence when I started this shit. So for them to like tell me that like I'm helping them in certain ways, like it just fuels me to go forward. Because it's been tough for me, especially with like my sound and the way I approach music. Like I got a lot of criticism for sounding like Travis Scott. I got a lot of criticism for sounding like this or sounding like that. And really and truly, I just wanted people to hear my message. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like now all that all that comparison shit is stopped now. So people are really starting to actually just take PatricKxxLee for PatricKxxLee, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or PatricKxxLee, whatever you want to call it, PatricKxxLee, PatricKxxLee, you know.
Where is the, is there like some, I mean, I know right now whether you drop here, you know, it's either here or there, but like, do you have these global aspirations to go out there?
Yeah, I got global aspirations, but like, see, the thing is, my mindset has kind of changed now because my aspirations last year were very, people don't really know what they want, you know? You don't really take time to sit down and be like, what do I actually want? Like, what do I want to, how do I want to benefit people's, like, how do I actually, besides just putting out a dope song that they can bump in the car, how do I actually want to come through and leave an impact on someone's life? And I feel like this year, I know it, I know what I want to do, and knowing what I want to do has made me so comfortable in my action. It's made me so comfortable in like dropping a song here and not really pushing it, because I understand that when you plant a seed, it'll grow if you water it, you know what I'm saying? And if I tell you that, like, my mind state right now is, I feel like, because I just went through like a very intense spiritual awakening in which I just started to kind of understand a lot of shit about the world and a lot of shit about myself and a lot about like what I went through. And like now I really just, for me, I feel like it's a transaction with the universe. Like if I do my real purpose, which is, by the way, my real purpose is to heal. That's my real purpose. I know my purpose is to heal, be it through music, be it through just conversation with people. I know if I do that, the universe will let me enjoy my time as an artist, you know. That's where my mindset is at right now. Yeah. There's like a lot more deeper things that are going on in the universe, you know. People are very disconnected from the spirit right now. Like, nobody knows that, everybody wants to take. Nobody knows that you actually have to give first, or you gotta render a service equivalent to what you want to give back before you can get that shit. No one teaches you that shit. You gotta go and sit in your room all day and think, damn, why are these things not coming to me? Why are the things that I'm trying to manifest in my head not coming to me? Maybe I gotta change the way I am, and then the world will react different to it.
And is this like a thing that you kind of get from reading or spending too much time on your own?
This I gained through recreational psychedelic use. And I'll explain to you why. So basically what happens is the brain has a default way that it operates in. And this default way, the way the system is set up, the way school systems are set up, it creates the habit of living in this default way. So by the time you leave high school, your brain is stuck in that default way, right? And what certain psychedelics do, which are masquerading as drugs right now, I think they're masquerading as drugs. What they do basically is they bypass that default mode in your brain. And when they bypass that default mode in your brain, they open new neural pathways. That in turn activates the dormant parts of your brain, basically. It activates that other 75% that they say we don't use. So I've been on my own, because you can't do this shit around people. You can't like reflect with people. Your energy sphere is constantly mixing with the people around you, so you never have time to actually just connect with the world that actually birthed you, you know what I'm saying? I've been taking time on my own to just figure shit out for myself and be like, alright, what's my purpose here on this planet? And I know it now. Yeah.
Doesn't it get complicated with fame, you know, with as your stature grows, you know, don't you sometimes get taken out of get moved out of like that path of thinking because of the expectations that it creates or the anxiety that it creates? Doesn't it throw you out? Are you also at the same time acknowledging those things being as things that imbalance you, but you always need to remember to put yourself back into form?
Human beings, like, they don't give their mind enough credit. Like, the mind is powerful. So I could be in a stressful situation, but as long as my mental environment is all right, as long as I'm good in here, I know that the physical is not the most important thing right now. For me, it's like, am I good in here? I could be anywhere. I could be surrounded by a bunch of girls. I could be in studio. I could be on stage or whatever. But if I'm good here, that's all that matters. My environment. I don't let the physical really affect my mental space. I'm not gonna let things like anxiety, I'm not gonna talk that thing into existence. They try to make it seem like you can't live that like anxiety is a normal thing that we go through, when nah, it's not. Like, that shit is all created. That shit's all created by like the outside, you know, like basically we're all playing these roles. I'm playing the role of PatricKxxLee, but that's just my name, you know what I'm saying? That's just the human name. We come from spirits, there's deeper things that are going on here, and once you understand that, you're able to detach from all the outside, all the outside like troubles and anxiety and people saying this and saying that, because once you have this understanding, you realize that all this shit doesn't really matter as long as I'm able to do my purpose. So, and that's it.
Okay, you gotta share these drugs with me. Just throwing it out there, you know. I mean, I mean, all those things though are powerful, you know, and to kind of get. How old are you, by the way?
23.
Yeah, all those things are powerful. You know, a lot of people learn those things late in their lives, including myself. You know, so how are you? You've gone. There's a lot of stories about you going through like depression, going through the most. You know, I mean, are you speaking like this, like in a sense, as in like, have you passed all those things, or are you speaking like this because, like, you know, it's on and off? Where you at?
I'm past it. I'm 100% past it, and I also realized that in order for me to know good, I had to go to bad. In order for me to know really good, I had to go to really bad. In order for me to know the top floor, I had to hit rock bottom. And when you're going through, you see, no one should ever like try and hide from human like tragedy. That shit builds you. You can't know up without down. You can't know left without right. And I went through the shittiest time of my life last year. And I was the wildest motherfucker out there. Like, if you saw me out there on the weekend, I was the wildest motherfucker out there. No one could out-wow me. Like, I'm a rock star for a reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I enjoy that shit. But like I said, like last year, I felt like life was happening to me. I didn't realize that I was the one in control of everything. I just felt like life was coming to me and happening to me, and I didn't really know how to deal with the things. And I was struggling with my alcohol abuse, because alcohol abuse runs deep in my family. So that's something that I had to overcome. Like, I had to overcome those demons. I had to like get my head out there. I remember like when I was a kid growing up, my mom was like, damn, she don't even want to see me be like an alcoholic or that type of person. She wants me to be better. And I became the exact person that I didn't want to become for the whole of last year. And I was enjoying it too. Let me not lie, like that shit was fun. You have to enjoy it, you have to go through it, you have to embrace the person you are, and you have to reconcile both parts of your personality in order for you to be at peace with yourself. And I feel like that's what last year I fell, and now I'm climbing now.
Shit, it's like there's always two sides of the coin.
There's always two sides, you know what I'm saying?
You know, and yeah, there's always two sides of the coin. That's crazy. So I mean, obviously you won't talk a lot about your parents, rightfully so, respectfully so.
Yeah.
But what's the relationship like with them generally?
I respect my parents on a human level. I know that they're the creator of this body, but I know that my spirit came from somewhere else. So in a sense, I always approach everybody with the same type of respect. I feel like kids are just like the geniuses. Kids are geniuses, and we just like want to make them seem like their ideas are too like out of this world. Yeah. Kids are born using a larger, they use a larger percentage of their brain than adults do. And they're the real geniuses. So I just feel like with my parents, there's always been a struggle, because see, the thing is, I always had this type of personality within me, this type of thing within me. I just had to like bring it out in me. And I've always been the type of person that if I see something wrong, like I don't care how old you are, I'm gonna tell you like, yo, you're doing wrong, bro. Like, whether you're my dad or not, I feel like when you don't call somebody out on the shit that they're doing, you don't value your connection with them. You don't value your connection with them if you don't call them out on the shit that they're doing.
And if they don't accept it, they also don't value the connection with you.
You know what I'm saying? And now I just feel like such boundaries shouldn't be up. Like, we shouldn't have to feel like, damn, I can't say this shit to my dad. I feel like dads and sons supposed to be like best friends, you know what I'm saying? And kids can teach their parents if they're willing to accept and learn too. Yeah. So I'm just at that point where it's like, if y'all want to hear me, then y'all gonna respect me, but I respect y'all, you know?
Yeah. What else are you gonna be doing with music? The year's almost over. Is there?
I got this crazy track with Java coming out. Like,
oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I feel like, you know, like this like woke shit, this like third eye shit. I feel like Java's like an angel, bro. Like, for real. I think like that nigga's like a guardian angel.
No,
like,
he's guided.
Or he's guided, bro.
Yeah,
something is guiding that nigga.
He's guided.
Like, you know, and that's why I was really excited to come up here, because now I really feel like I'm getting the respect that I deserve, and I'm giving the respect I deserve.
Yeah.
Like, when like Shava hit me up and he came to my house, like he drove to the house. Niggas, like most niggas in the industry, I'm trying to do that, they would like do it over email or some shit like that. He came, like 2 sessions. We first bonded the first session, the second session, that's when we wrapped up the song.
I imagine those conversations.
It was mad conversation. He's cool as fuck, like. Yeah. And that just showed me that I'm doing something right. My energy is attracting the right people. Because when you're a fickle human being, you attract fickle human beings.
And you don't worry about industry people because most of them are fickle.
That's what it is, you know?
Yeah.
And let's just be frank about it, because this is where we at. It's like black and white facts. Most of the niggas in the industry are keen to fuck with a young nigga that they know they can fuck with him from afar. They're never gonna bring a nigga up here that's like better than them. And that's just a fact. So it's like, now what am I gonna do? Sit in my room now because nobody fucking with me?
It's
like, nah, if nobody's fucking with me, then I ain't fucking with him then.
Yo, I need to hear that Java and Patrick joint though.
It's crazy, bro.
I just think you crazy, just genuinely.
Yeah.
And I think that he's got something else, you know?
Like, and I took him out of his comfort zone. That's how you can tell it's a real artistic collaboration. There's not nothing fake about it. It was literally like artistic collaboration. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I got a date for that?
Not yet. I'm actually trying to put in some big plans into place, because like from after this shit, I'm separating myself from a category that they put in me. Like, I want to be respected as the entity that I am, you know what I'm saying? And I want people to listen to my art and be like, this nigga put in mad work. You can tell that this nigga put in mad work. It's not like anything fake. You can tell this nigga's pain is real. And when he's strong, he's strong. When he's sad, he's sad. And I'm putting all my shit out there on the song so people to relate to. And I want people to give me my respect. That's all I'm like. And it's like, I'm not gonna ask for it. I'm just gonna go and claim it. Because it's hip hop at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You know how hip hop is. That's why I sent you that Shook Ones freestyle, because I knew that you would appreciate that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks,
I knew you would appreciate that shit.
Thanks, man. I just got excited. I said, I sent it to our work group. I said, yo, we setting up an interview with this man right now. You know what I mean? It's rare to find an artist that's able to do everything. You know what I mean? And now that you're coming out out your shell, that's even great, because, okay, the music is great, but can we talk to him? Is he a sociable person? The things that you're saying, the message that you have, how you talking about spirituality, you know, and at your age, how you talking about spirituality, breaking the things of the world. Because, you know, what you're going to realize is that as your career progresses, the things of the world become louder. Do you know what I mean? The things of the world become louder than the thing that speaks inside you.
I'm at that point where, like, I know, I can humbly say that I know nothing. If you get what I'm saying, because to know everything is to know nothing. So I'm ready to go through it. I know I was meant for this shit. Like, I really know I was meant for this shit.
I believe so.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe so too. I really believe that you're one of the guys who's literally made for this shit. And you don't have followers by mistake. You know what I mean? Who've been following you. They kids have probably, like, from a mainstream perspective, they've probably been seen more right now. But they say, yo, Patrick. You know what I mean? So you just gotta get in there and claim your spot, man. I mean, it's not like it's a spot to claim, but if your time is right, you gotta connect the dots.
Yeah, man. Really and truly, once you watch, y'all guys gonna see that I'm really Iron Man, bro. Like, I'm gonna survive until Endgame. Like, for real, I'm gonna survive until Endgame. Like, that's my plan.
I believe you. I believe that you're on top of what you had to do in the beginning. Now you're in the next place. Now you're at the bottom of what you had to do in the next phase. Because you're on top of what you had to do from the beginning. Now you're at the bottom of the next step. You know, you're really at the bottom of the next step. I got to see what that transpires to be as the world becomes louder. You're about to get more challenges, but the more you take these challenges, you're about to get stronger. You're about to get bigger. You're gonna get more respect. People are gonna look to you more. But they won't always want to blatantly put you out there, because they're also looking out for themselves.
Yeah, I feel you.
But they'll always know where the truth starts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's dope, bro. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that.
It's dope. It's dope. I think you need to come take a visit. We need to have a session.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's get it. I'm down, bro. I'm down.
Straight.
Yeah.
You need to come through, man. We need to hang out. I like how you're talking. That's the shit I live. I live through this life of say it, think it, speak it, be it. Nothing matters. No attachments. Just the minimalism. You know, everything is about how much you give.
100%.
You know?
It's all about how much you give.
And how you give it and what you get back is because of how you gave it, and learn to not expect. So, you know, we need to really, like, hang out.
100%. I'm down, bro. I'm down.
All right, yo, it's Patrick signing out. So, you want to say anything else? Yo, there's an exclusive with Patrick in this channel.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yo.
It's gonna be crazy. I'll play it for you after this.
Bro, dude, that's what I wanted to hear. Shit. Yo, thanks for coming through, man. Nice one.
Broadcast live